Alright, so this is a part 2 to my previous video, so go back and watch that one if you don't understand what I'm talking about. Anyway, I was also let known in my comments, I had talked about the number 21 and how it ties into Philadelphia coding, because February 1st is 2-1, there's 333 days left until the end of the year, and Philadelphia is 333 years old this year on October 27th. I talked about the earthquake stuff. If you go back and watch 2 videos before, whatever. But in this Kansas City Chiefs San Diego Chargers game, they actually retired LaDainian Tomlinson's jersey, and he was number 21. And look what the score ended up being, 33-3, kind of like 333. It's interesting because I've talked about the Kansas City Chiefs previously, how that ties into Nebraska Cornhuskers and the Moses coding. They both play in the Sea of Red. That's what they call their fans or whatever. It's the Sea of Red. Also interesting, their defenses here in this game. They both had, if I could find it here, Kansas City had 56 tackles. San Diego had 65. I've mentioned both of them numbers in the previous video. It's just been super coded in a lot of events lately. Even San Diego had 149 passing yards, which ties into the Skull and Bones. Even Kansas City's top receiver had 56 yards, a 14 average. 14 adds up to 41, just like Skull and Bones. But I wanted to show the clip here that they have. So the clip they showed of this game, the highlight, they showed, the 21 or whatever, but it's 58 seconds long. In the last 2 videos ago, I talked about how the number 58 is all over earthquake foreshadowing and whatnot. Richter is 58. Seismograph adds up to 58. Lots of other 58. Just kind of wanted to point this out. Haven't really researched it that much. Just found it interesting. Number 21 is retired. And then also the score ends up being 33-3. LaDainian Tomlinson also was the 5th pick in the draft. In college, he was number 5. And he's known as LT. Like, nobody calls him LaDainian Tomlinson, but LT adds up to 5 even. And here it shows his number. He was jersey number 5 in college. Also, it says he helped the Horned Frogs to win their first bowl in 41 years. Go figure, 41. Skull and Bones adds up to 41. Just super interesting. It always seems to tie back to this stuff. Anyway, moving on here. So the Lakers play the Golden State Warriors tomorrow night. And if Golden State wins, they make history for the best opening record of any team ever in the NBA. And they'll be 16-0. The thing is I'm not even being biased because I used to be a Laker fan. I'm just saying this because Kobe Bryant tore his Achilles tendon against the Warriors in 2012. And I talked about in mythology or whatever how Paris was the one who killed Achilles. He's the one who shot Achilles in the heel and made him die or whatever. So Paris and Achilles tendon in gematria is 141. Kobe Bryant adds up to 41. So I mean, both ties to Skull and Bones once again. Kobe Bryant has a lot of stuff dealing with the number 34. He even broke 34,000 points at the age of 34. He played with Shaquille O'Neal. That was the big controversy. And, they should have stayed together, blah, blah, blah. But Shaquille O'Neal was even number 34. He scored 81 points in a game. 1981 is 34 years ago. I've made videos on this previously. There's a ton of stuff to deal with the number 34 and Kobe Bryant that all ties into the Civil War theme. But anyway, Kobe, like I said, Skull and Bones, whatever, Kobe Bryant. And what I'm thinking is that the Lakers might actually beat the Warriors to break the streak. Just, like a revenge or something for the Achilles, whatever. Also, the Lakers did beat the Warriors last year, even though the Warriors had the best record in the West. And the Lakers also beat the Atlanta Hawks last year, who had the best record in the East, and the Lakers had a horrible record. So, it doesn't mean anything that they're terrible this year. I mean, they could still come back and win. I just think I think they might actually have a good chance to win. Even in gematria, 15-1, that's what the Golden State Warriors would be if the Lakers won. And it adds up to 64, just like Stephen Curry adds up to 64. Also, 64 adds up to 49, just like Chicago Bulls. And I just do not see Michael Jordan losing a record. I mean, not to Stephen Curry. Not yet, anyway. You know, that's why I knew Kobe Bryant would never win another championship, because there's no way they were going to make him match Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan is something special. He's the NBA's special thing. I just don't think they're going to let someone beat him. But, I mean, I could be completely wrong. Maybe they're just trying to build up Stephen Curry to be like the new NBA All-Star or something. And I mean, I shouldn't even make predictions like this, because a lot of times it seems like when the numbers add up, it's always the opposite of what you think it is. But I don't know. I just find it interesting, I guess, that Kobe Bryant tore his Achilles against them. And then there was tons of other stuff. Kobe's even from Philadelphia. And I mean, more than likely, when you look at the records and whatnot, you would think the Lakers have no chance, whatever. But I don't know. It just seems kind of weird, some of the coding. And who knows? I guess we'll find out tomorrow. So don't hold me to this, because it could be wrong, but I think the Lakers are going to break this streak. Also in sports recently, we had Kyle Busch, who won the NASCAR Sprint Cup Championship. Go figure. I talked about this guy clear back when he broke his leg. And I talked about how he was born on 5/2, the same day as Princess Charlotte. Michael Jordan is 52 years old, owns the Charlotte Hornets. The 52nd prime number is 239. It's the 239th year of the United States. Also, 239 as a date would be 23-9 or 9-20-23, kind of like the same time that Pope Francis came to the White House. Even earlier in the season than Kyle Busch broke his leg, and it was on 2/21, the 52nd day of the year. I mean, just check this stuff out. It's just ridiculous. So, Kyle Busch. He breaks his leg on the 52nd day of the year. He's born on 5/2, kind of like 52 even. And then he wins the sprint championship on 11/22, literally a span of 9 months and 1 day. I mean, come on now. Also, he made his comeback. He broke his leg on 2/21, and he came back at the race in Charlotte. Now, I just said Princess Charlotte was born on 5/2. Michael Jordan is 52 years old. He owns the Charlotte Hornets. It's also from the time he broke his leg to the time he came back, a span of 2 months, 25 days. Interesting, kind of like the 2/25 again, the 52 mirrors, whatever. It's also 84 days. We talk 84, interesting because his brother was born on 8/4, just like Jeff Gordon. Obama was born on 8/4, but his brother, Kurt Busch, was born on 8/4. And he also was suspended this year for a while because his girlfriend said that he was trying to kill her, or there was a domestic abuse thing, and his girlfriend said that she was a trained assassin or whatever. I mean, come on. So this guy was replaced by a guy, a Reagan, and then when Kyle Busch broke his leg, he was also replaced by a Reagan. I mean, do you get it? The Bushes and the Reagans, and also the assassin. I mean, I really, really think they are foreshadowing the assassination of Obama, especially with this guy's birthday, 8/4 or whatever. This guy's girlfriend was an assassin, supposedly. Just interesting stuff. And also in the Nebraska football game, I talked about the presidential coding as well. Nebraska versus Miami. Two of the players got ejected for targeting. One of them's last name was Busch, and the other one was Carter. Like I said, both of them are 91 years old this year. And he even drives the number 41, the Skull and Bones number. I want to point out Jeff Gordon really quick. Jeff Gordon, he retired after this year at the age of 44. Obama is the 44th president. Jeff Gordon retired after that race. Even he even drives the number 24. Kobe Bryant's number 24. So it's just interesting. I think Kobe Bryant's done after this season. At the beginning of the season, he had 1,500. He had played 1,500 games. So we'll see what happens. He's not going to meet the 1,582, which I thought he would, because he already missed a few games. But just interesting to have the same number. Gordon, it says, even currently resides in Charlotte, North Carolina. Even retires after 24 years driving the number 24. Kyle Busch even adds up to 106. Also 43 and Pythagorean, whatever, but 106, interesting because he announced that he was going to come back from his leg injury on the same day as the Philadelphia train wreck, May 12th. The Philadelphia train wreck that was going 106 miles an hour. The engine number was 601. It crashed at 9:23 p.m. Gregorian to Julian, 9:23, and 10:06, October 6th, are the same day. And wouldn't you know, the race that won the NASCAR championship this year, the Ford EcoBoost, 56. This has also been the last race of the season since 2002. So, I mean, but whatever, it's just still interesting that it adds up to 56. Makes me wonder how long this coding has actually existed, and I just never noticed it before. But anyway, just going to leave it at that. I really got to go to bed, but I mean, this guy even drives the M&M car, the MM, the 1313, Pope Francis, the Bob references. He even used to drive the Monster car. You know, Monster's all about the 666 and whatnot. The Vav or whatever it is. But I guess he also just makes the great story this year, you know, because he was out for so long, and then he makes the great comeback and blah, 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 and then he wins it all, you know? Come on. And I mean, what do you know? His full name, Kyle Thomas Busch, heads up to 56. So whatever, gonna leave it on that. Just these numbers have been coded into tons of recent events, probably older events that I'd never even noticed before, but definitely have been seeing them recently. So anyway, have a great night.